Today we are going to discuss about some serious meditations in which we can sit for longer period to realize our high spiritual goals. There may be some other goals, for example, physical health, physical beauty, physical fitness, physical strength, and physical stability. Apart from the physical well-being, we might have the goal of mental peace and emotional stability behind the practice of meditation. All these goals can be achieved by practicing any meditation. Right now, we are focusing on some of such meditations which can help us to achieve all these goals. Among the meditations, the first and foremost meditation is known as Kayotsarga. Kayotsarga, in simple words, we can say it is a relaxation with self-awareness. So what is relaxation with self-awareness? We will discuss in today's discussion. Let me share my presentation so that you can follow each and every point. So this is the first meditation which we are going to discuss today. And there is particular term for this meditation, and that is Kayotsarga, meaning relaxation with self-awareness. There are two words, Kaya and Utsarga. Kaya means body and Utsarga means to be detached or to transcend the physical body to realize inner self. So this is the verbal meaning of the term Kayotsarga. Now we would see that what is the purpose to practice this kind of meditation. So the general purpose is that we want to live a stress-free life. We want to control unnecessary activities, and we want to control our aggressive emotions. These goals can be easily achieved if we can relax ourselves, can make ourselves free of all tensions, worries, and stresses. Relaxation can help us to come out of all such kind of stresses, tensions, worries, and also hyperactivities. Next is that there are certain higher spiritual goals behind the practice of Kayotsarga. And what are those goals? So the first and foremost goal is that one wants to develop some inner wisdom, inner insight about what is right and what is wrong. So for that, we need peace of mind, emotional control, and that is possible by the practice of relaxation. Second goal is discover to self. We want to discover our own authentic self, who we are, and from where we are coming, and after that, where we will go. All these answers can be found by practicing relaxation, and for that we need to understand who are we first. And for understanding this true self, we have to see that our soul and our body both are separate phenomena and not one. So to experience this kind of distinction between the soul and body, we need to go into deeper relaxation or relaxed state. And this is the reason why we are practicing Kayotsarga. The third very important reason, very serious reason for the spiritual aspirants behind the practice of Kayotsarga is shedding of karmic particles. According to Jain view, all the times some karmic particles or karmic energy which is being attracted by our own activities, good and bad, towards our inner self. And if we can control our activities, we can easily be free from the attraction of the negative karmic energies. Or we can share off all the karmic packages which are hindering our inner growth, spiritual growth. There is one text, Kenan Avashyak Sutra. In this particular text, the author is defining the purpose of practicing Kayotsarga in a very spiritual sense. He is telling that तस्योत्तरीकरणेन चित्तकरणेन विसोहीकरणेन विसल्लीकरणेन पावानं कम्मानं निखायनं ठाय ठामिका सत्तम. It means I am practicing Kayotsarga for rectifying, repenting, and purifying the bad deeds, extracting the thorns of attachment and hatred, and destroying the sinful karmic particles. So we have seen that the spiritual aspirant or practitioner practice this meditation especially for purging off the karmic dust from their inner self. And that is possible in the relaxed state. So now we have seen that what is the complete meaning of relaxation. Here, relaxation means total relaxation. Total relaxation means physical, mental, and emotional relaxation. We should be free from all kind of mental, physical, verbal, and emotional tensions or worries. Second is non-attachment. When we go into deep relaxation, then automatically we become detached from our body, physical relations, or physical world, and can easily enter into the inner world. Third is self-awareness. After entering into deep relaxed state, we want to realize our own inner beauty, inner strength, spiritual powers, and that's why it is required that we should be aware of our own inner self separate from body. And relaxation can help us to reach to that state. Now, what are the main obstacles in realizing our own inner beauty or spiritual powers? So there are two main reasons. The first is delusion and the second one is activities. Delusion means we have deep feeling of attachment and hatred, or feeling of I or mindness, or any kind of negative emotions. These things are hindering our approach to our own inner self. Our vision is colorful because of attachment and hatred or I or mindness or some kind of negative emotions. And with those colorful visions, we are not able to see the inner self. Second is activities. We are engaged all the times in some or other activities and not free to see our own inner self, inner beauty, inner powers. And this is the reason we should practice this relaxation to control our activities so that we can come in the contact of our own inner self or inner strength. So this is the what we have to understand, and if we want to control our emotions, if we want to control our activities, then relaxation can be the best tool for us. Why we are so stressful in our life? There are several reasons for several different persons, but we cannot discuss all those reasons to in one slide. In brief, we can say that our life is so busy. We have very short time to complete many more things. And this shortage of time creates some kind of pressures on our mind. Second is overloaded work. We are given so many things to do in our life, and that is also causing a kind of stress on us. Third is overloaded information. We are having so many social medias and such kind of devices through which we are getting information, flood of informations. And if we start seeing all the informations, we are getting so many different thoughts in our mind, and all those abundance of informations are creating stress on us. Negative outlook is absolutely the main cause of our stress. If we are positive to all our situations, we cannot feel that we have any kind of a stress. But most of the times, whenever some situation comes before us, and if it is not in our favor, we at once enter into the negativities and create so much stress for ourselves. Uncontrolled desires, they also create stress on us. Because of those desires, we are running day and night without taking any rest. And those, uh, what we say, such kind of life is creating so much tensions and stress in us. Fear of success, aging, and elements. These are also very great cause of our stress. And in this pandemic time, we have also fear of insecurity of our future. And that is a very big cause of anxiety among the youngsters, especially in college going students. So all these reasons we have for our stress, and if we want to avoid all those reasons and want to be relaxed, we should practice relaxation. Though there are so many stress, and we cannot say that we are under all these kind of stress, but different people have different types of stress. So what kind of stress are there? So physical stress is there, intense exertion, manual labor, lack of sleep, travel, that this kind of a stress is created. Chemical stress is created because of drugs, alcohol, caffeine, nicotine, and environmental pollutions, such as cleansing chemicals or pesticides. Mental stress is created because of perfectionism, worry, anxiety, long work hours, and emotional stress is created due to anger, guilt, loneliness, sadness, fear, insecurity, etc. Nutritional stress is created because of food allergies, vitamin and mineral deficiency. And traumatic stress is created because of injuries or burns, surgery, illness, infections, extreme temperatures, etc. And psycho-spiritual stress is created because of troubled relationships, financial or career pressures and challenges with life goals and a spiritual element and general state of happiness. So these different types of stresses are going on in the life of the people. We should look for the solution of these states, and relaxation can be the solution to all types of stress which are created in our life. Now we would see that all these stress can be categorized into ways. The first is chronic stress, which is developed in long term and detrimental, very harmful. And the second is acute stress, which is created in short time and also needed. So this kind of a stress, the second type of stress is not harmful. It is required. It is necessary to work in our life. If we have no little bit of pressure of work, we will be lazy. We will not take care of doing things on time. So this pressure is good for us. If we have come to college or university, then also we have to have some kind of pressure on our mind that I have to go to college on time and take my classes. So all these stresses are good for making us active and punctual and regular in our day-to-day requirements. Mostly people are so stressful when they are asked that when you feel stress, then they say that there are only two times I feel stress. And what are those two times? Day and night. It means they are 24 hours under the stress. And these stresses create so many physical, mental, and emotional problems. So here we can see that what are those problems which are created just because of over stress, unnecessary stress. And the first, we see that whenever we are in stressful condition for a longer period, automatically we find that salivary glands are drying up, blood pressure is rising, respiration rate is increasing, liver releases store of blood sugar, blood supply to digestion is being curtailed, and this kind of over stresses lead to stroke, heart attack, pains, and we are finding that in very young age, so many people are going from the life just because of the stress. They are leading such kind of heart attacks. Heartbeats becomes faster, blood vessels stop constricting, and mental disharmony and emotional inadequacy are also the results of over stress. So now we should learn that how we can be free from all these stresses. We should learn that Kayotsarga or relaxation is good for us. Though we cannot practice relaxation all the 24 hours, but yes, whenever we get some time in between our work or some activities, we can practice it. And this can be practiced in all the three ways, in lying down posture, in seated posture, or in standing posture. So it is very interesting that people are very much fond of practicing this relaxation in lying down posture, in which they get physical rest apart from the relaxation. Now we can see here in Jain tradition, all the Tirthankars, they practice this Kayotsarga for very long period, sometimes for some days and for some hours. they practice in a standing posture. So you can see here there are some statues or images of their thinkers in the standing posture, and they are practicing Kayotsarga in that posture. Some images you will find in Jain temples in sitting posture, and they are found in Kayotsarga. Now we would see that somebody can also practice this relaxation in lying down posture, as I have shown in the picture. Now we would see that there are certain stages which we have to follow when we are practicing the relaxation. So there are 4 stages. One is that first of all we have to relax our external or physical body. Second, we have to relax the internal organs of our body. In third stage, we have to pay attention towards the self-awareness towards our subtle bodies, which are known as vital body and the karmic body. Then lastly, we have to focus on our inner self. Now, what is the process to relax ourselves or our physical body and our internal organs? So it is said that we have to stop, first of all, our voluntary movements. We are moving our heads or legs or talking. So we have to stop all these voluntary activities. We have to sit in a comfortable posture and stop all these mental, physical, and verbal activities, which are voluntary. Next is we have to slow down the rate of respiration. If our respiration is fast or shallow, we have to slow down it. Automatically, it will be long also and slows down. Then we have to give some suggestion to release all the stress which are accumulated in our body. So these are the process. These are the steps of relaxation process, and we can also follow these steps. First of all, we will sit in a comfortable posture, keeping both the hands on the knee. Let the tip of the thumb touch the tip of the index finger, and all the 3 fingers should be straight, facing upward sky. And then we have to close our eyes softly and start meditating from the big toe of the right leg up to the head, one by one, focusing on each and every part, giving suggestion to be relaxed. Then we have to focus on each and every organ. So yes, in this process, we have to concentrate on each and every organ, giving suggestion to be relaxed. And thereby we have to attain the complete relaxation of the entire body. In that state, we will feel that our body is becoming very lighter and lighter. And though there is body, but we have no sense of body. Then you can, after relaxing, you can see that if there is some stress in any part of your body or in mind, we have to focus on that and release all the stress. Saying that the mind is becoming completely relaxed and the body parts are becoming completely relaxed, free of all tensions, all kind of stress, all strains. Then we have to experience the inner peace and harmony. And lastly, the inner self, independent of body. What are the effects of Kayotsarga relaxation? So there are so many studies are done on the effect of Kayotsarga, and through study we have found that there are changes in frequency of brain waves. In relaxed state, we are able to produce alpha waves. There are 3 types of waves of brain: alpha, beta, and theta. So alpha waves make us very joyful, very blissful, free of tension, completely relaxed. So those kind of waves can be generated in this deep relaxation. Next is the rate of metabolism. Breathing heartbeat slows down, and working efficiency is also increased. Concentration is achieved, and we also become able to relieve from all kind of mental load or happiness. Now we would see that there are certain scientific studies which have been conducted in some of the universities outside of India, especially in Harvard University. So the professor Harvard mentioned was MD, and he studied Buddhist monks practicing meditation and found a significant change in their metabolism, EEG, heart rate, blood pressure, neurological endocrine changes. So we can see that this kind of studies have also been done, and it has that relaxation is really very beneficial from physical point of view also. Upon studying them, he also found that those monks and nuns who were practicing meditation could slow their breathing by 25%, decrease their oxygen consumption by 70%, lower their blood pressure, and slow their heart rate. So it is also very important for those people who have some heart problems. If they practice this relaxation, the heart problem can also be reduced to some extent or completely. So with all these studies, I have discussed about relaxation, and I have also given the link for practicing relaxation, and that link will guide our students to follow the relaxation process and to become completely free of all the tensions, worries, or the stress or states, and if they have some physical problems, mental problems, or some emotional instability, they can also be free from them, apart from realizing some higher spiritual goals. I have also suggested some remedies, might be you have noted, and you will go through that required text and what you say as recommended text to learn more about relaxation, about its scientific aspect and spiritual aspect. Thank you very much for listening to me and having patience.